20 years after the September 11th attacks, the thousands of people lost that day are being honored at events across the country. But the assessment of where America stands in its fight against terrorism appears mixed. Tonight, the Taliban is back in power in Afghanistan. Also, in a new propaganda video released today, the man who replaced Osama bin Laden to lead al-Qaeda reappeared to praise the 9/11 hijackers, saying they had, quote, stabbed America in its heart. We will get to all of that in just a moment, but we begin with CBS's Michael George at the memorial. Good evening, Michael.
Errol, today family members said the heartbreak of 9/11 still feels fresh, but they also reminded us of the strength that got the nation through its darkest hours.
On the ground where the World Trade Center once stood, today thousands of 9/11 family members stood with the nation's leaders to mark a somber milestone. 20 years have passed. The ruins of the Twin Towers are gone, but the pain remains.
And it still feels like yesterday. Until we meet again, my love, rest in peace.
The ceremony began with a bell ringing to mark the moment hijackers crashed Flight 11 into the North Tower on a sky blue September day, much like today. Then a moment of silence for the lives lost.
You have gone too soon, but the memory of you will forever be in our hearts.
Many of the family members reading the names of the victims are children who grew up without knowing their loved ones.
Again one day, and it'll be nothing but tears of joy when we do. I love you, Dad. We all do.
Others urge the nation to come together and embrace the spirit that swept over the country after the attack.
That's what mattered. It was the response, and we can get there. And that we value our American lives more than just whose side are you on.
Amazing grace.
At the Pentagon, where Flight 77 hit, General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, honored the fallen.
We remember them today for not only who they were, but for what they could have become.
In Shanksville, Pennsylvania, where the fourth hijacked jetliner crashed after passengers fought for control of the plane, former President George W. Bush implored Americans to fight extremists at home and abroad.
We have seen growing evidence that the dangers to our country can come not only across borders, but from violence that gathers within. They are children of the same foul spirit, and it is our continuing duty to confront them.
First responders paid a heavy price. Retired New York City firefighter Kevin Kelly lost several friends and colleagues on 9/11.
It's easy for somebody who wasn't down there, who didn't experience it, to just remember it one day a year. For me, it's every day.
And every day we also remember the thousands of victims who died after 9/11 of related illnesses. The September 11th Victim Compensation Fund says the number who have died of illnesses is now higher than the number who died the day of the attacks. Errol?
A sobering detail there. Michael George, thank you.